over here now, man. Just freezing, honestly. I was just coming to work and I was freezing.
Yeah, it's cool over here. We actually had a bit of snow there yesterday for the first time, so
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah,
so
let's see.
it's
No snow over here just yet, but I think it's coming. But let me quickly just make an Insta video. Just one second.
brilliant.
Hey, good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon. How are you? Are you, my friend? How are you? Oh, gold is just dropping. Look at this beauty. Today we're gonna lower down our risk to about 1%. So I've had last 2 days the risk was up to 2%. So up 4% now from the last 2 days. So I'm gonna lower down my risk a little bit to 1% today. And let's see what we can do. Might look to stack today. So go back to the old approach if that makes sense. So yeah, we're definitely gonna lower down our risk to 1% though. Not looking to take any sort of big sort of positions today. Let's put that to 4, put that to 4, and let's put that to 20 as always. Okay, everything's good now. Let's just see Magic Keys is up and running. Oh snap, I was about to drop it. Okay, there we go, all good. So it seems like we are turning into a rocket ship now. I mean, not a rocket ship, we're turning into a Titanic actually. Seems like gold is just coming down for that liquidity, honestly. Let's look at your monthly candle now. So we had a bottom wick on the monthly candle as well, right? And what is this starting to do now? After forming the highest, literally the same area is being respected once again now. Look at the same sort of area just being respected once again at this point now. This is the top side of the range, and we do understand that obviously this was our first attempt to kind of like break out of the range. If I can just put a little marker here. Let's put this little arrow here. So this was our first attempt now, grabbing pretty much like a lot of liquidity. Next one broke the lows. We got the liquidity on the intraday time frame as well, which we were looking for. So looking at the monthly candle, the current monthly candle now, what it's done is it's pushed up to this range, the top side of the range, and there are a lot of significant orders up here. So I think what we are doing now is we're just coming down to a significant sort of area, and then from there we're going to start to turn into a rocket ship once again and start pushing all the way back up. So 1784 once again will become that crucial area, the area we are starting to approach now. Even 1784, this resistance area, we might just start to tap 1784, and from there might just see a shift in some sort of momentum and start to see buyers take control once again. Otherwise, this monthly candle now is going to start turning into that sort of like fake up candle, if that makes sense as well. We could expect that. Let's look at your weekly. Okay, the previous weekly lows have been violated at this point. Again, the weekly support is just down there. As we can see, we do see a lot of rejections from down here as well. And from here, we see massive rejections. That's only about, how many pips away is it? That's only about like 25 pips away now. Might be just coming down to retest this, and from there we can start to push up. Let's also look at the intraday time frame. Look at that, starting to violate the structure lows at this point now on the daily time frame as well. We're coming back down to retest basically this range. You guys gotta understand where is the area where we start to execute those orders from. Actually, the leg is all the way down here, so you guys can see that as well. So this area here will be really crucial. If we start to break below this now, then we're gonna start playing within this range once again. At that point, I can start to see this being turned into some sort of resistance and us shooting all the way down to at least 1769. But I think we're gonna start to see some sort of reversal from down here now, and we've pushed about 250 pips as well, and we've got news coming in, I think, at 1:30. So in another 24 minutes. Do we have news coming in? Yeah, there we go. So we got unemployment claims coming in at 1:30. So that's obviously going to give us some more volatility in the markets. And if we do start tapping these key areas and start to respect these now, start turning these areas into some sort of support, I can really see us coming up. Because at the moment, let's just see what's happening, right? This my throat is really bad today, guys. This was the first attempt. We tried to break above 1831. This was a fail. Look what happened. A lot of momentum to the downside kicked in, and this sort of like became your correction now to the top side once again. Same areas being respected, and at this point, what we are doing is we're forming a new low. So technically, what the question that I'm asking now is this pretty much that liquidity move, the liquidity grab starting to violate this, because this is where the leg up was formed from, as you guys can see, and then you can see the fake out happened, and then we came back up. But again, we didn't really form a new high, so this swing low still holds as a valid swing low. So the first swing low obviously is all the way down there. That's your first swing low, right? So unless we start breaking below this, I think we are quite bullish. We are still bullish, and monthly is just forming that deeper bottom wick. I think that's what's happening. And look, it all does connect as well. But now we start to reject from 1784 and start trading above this level here, 1789. I think we can come up. I think we can really come up. But yeah, guys, I think this call is really getting to me, man. I'm feeling the effects. Let me just warm myself up with this coffee. Bro, please explain to me why gold dropped from yesterday. Yeah, we'll go over our analysis, guys, later, not now. So Shiva, hello Dan, what's happening? Shiva, Paul, hey, what's happening? Paul, let's go DA, we out here, bro. Appreciate that, guys. Make sure you guys drop a like on the stream as well. Yeah, today gold looks lovely, man. We can catch an amazing sniper entry from down here. Amazing sniper entry, honestly. I'm looking for something like this to start playing now. If we can see this happening, look at that. Another rejection here as well, starting to reject once again now. Oof, look at this. I think we're going to see a massive 1 minute candle right now. Look at this beast. Yeah, I think we're about to push up, guys. Honestly, we start turning this area into some sort of support now. We are going to start pushing up. And when we obviously get our session opening as well in another 20 minutes, we got news coming in that's going to give us the extra bit of volatility as well. We are quite bearish though, so you do want to see like a lot of momentum to the top side. So you do want to see numerous rejections as well from the downside. We're not just looking for that one leg up and, you know, jumping in a position that's really risky. Again, you don't want to fight the trend, but you are able to execute on counter trend trades with our strategy. But again, you have to wait for those confirmations. That's how it works. Sanjay, are you looking for buy or short? I don't know, my friend. We'll see when our session opens what we are looking for. Candle flip, nice. Abhishek, hey, what's happening? Candle flip, what's happening? Abhishek, welcome everyone. Look at the way your weekly is now. Do you know what it is? I think this is just your classic faker, sort of like grabbing liquidity to the downside to start exploding all the way to the top side. We are retesting this support down here as well. Also, this resistance over here is starting to hold, violating the structure lows over here. Pretty much just grabbing liquidity now. And so if we do start trading above 1789, which it seems like is about to do now, I think we're going all the way up. Is going to turn into that rocket ship of a candle. Also, do you want to start marking out those areas? Usually price does pull back all the way up to this area, so do you want to keep this area in my mind. just in case this can turn into that pullback area and then sellers can start taking control once again. So I will be looking out for 1790 as well. When we start clearing 1790 is going to be that extra bit of confirmation for us, right? First 1789, start trading above that, and then 1790 gets cleared. That's going to be a massive confirmation that will gain all the way to the top side. Otherwise, to the downside, what is achievable? Looking to the left, we are tapping this resistance level now. Usually when we do start holding this level as a resistance, and you do see usually a nice move down to at least 1784. 1784 is really achievable, which is only about 30 pips. I'll be super careful with the sells though, because we've pushed down a lot now, and we can easily see a reversal from down here, from up here. So for sells, I think safest bet will be a trade below 1784. Just wait for 1784 to get tapped first, and then from there see how price is holding. If you start to see sellers getting exhausted, then yeah, obviously buyers are going to take control once again. But if you do see a lot of momentum to the downside, at that point, yeah, we can even execute on a sell position. Why not? We are quite fluid in our strategy, or fluid in markets. We can do anything. That's the best thing about it. Did you miss yesterday's drop? Guys, I only trade my session, and no, I did catch our trade yesterday. It was a little swing trade, actually. We caught the whole drop to the downside, but it was just with 0.50 lots. I think made about $500 on it. It was a baby position, but yeah, we did catch the whole drop yesterday as well. But after that, that's it. I took 2 trades yesterday. Did you watch Raja Bank's recent video? No, I didn't get time to do that, unfortunately. I'm not really on social medias like that, guys, to be honest. Been quite busy recently, so even if you guys do DM me, I haven't really been replying to a lot of DMs. Just been really busy, super busy. But yeah, we did catch this drop yesterday. I mean, remember the TP I gave out to you guys? Look, it literally went to that TP, and then from there we started to drop. See that? Look how accurate the TP was. I told you it's going to go up to 1829. From there, you're going to see sellers take control. It literally went up there. So imagine if you did use my analysis and you actually held this position, could have caught roughly about 400 pips easily. Most definitely could have done that. Especially if you understand our strategy, and if you've done a one-to-one session with me, then you could have most definitely capitalized on this whole move. I did capitalize on it. The first position, obviously I made my 2%, so I was satisfied anyway. I was like, do you know what, let's just risk some of the profits I've made for the day and take a tiny position, and then I just held it throughout the whole day. And yeah, it was a good position. It was a decent position, actually. Really nice position. Let's also look at the structure as well on the lower time frames now. Look at your 4-hour, just such a beast of a candle. We're just pushing down, honestly. Just so beautiful so far. Gold is just dropping. One thing about gold I do want to say though, when it wants to drop, honestly, it will just drop. It can even drop like 1,000 pips, even like 2,000 pips. So I would definitely not want to marry a bias of just looking for bias today. We're just being really fluid in the markets. But I think what we are doing is, it could be potentially just a classic liquidity grab, retesting that level on the monthly as well, because we did not do that. And you guys gotta understand, I'm really bullish on gold, and in order for gold to obviously go up now, look what's happening, right? This one here closed above this previous resistance level, is formed a new high now, and this current candle hasn't formed a new high. If you guys actually look at the current candle, it's just literally tapped this next area, but we haven't actually broken out of this whole sort of like zone that we have, this whole range. So in my this is how my strategy works, right? In order for us to actually form a high, especially on the monthly time frame, we need to start clearing all of these wicks. At that point, we're clearing out all of these orders, because the orders are above these wicks, obviously, right? If you understand where the orders are. So we haven't really formed a new high now. So what it's done is basically just fluctuated up to the highest, grabbed sell orders, and now it's coming all the way down to grab significant amount of buy orders down here, and it's pretty much taking out everyone. All your intraday swing traders and even your scalpers are being taken out. If they are stubborn and they're holding buy positions, they're getting taken out, because stop losses are below structure lows, stop losses are below wicks. Everyone is getting taken out. And at this point, what's going to happen is, either we're going to start turning this into some sort of strong resistance and going to see a nasty dump once again for our session, or what we're going to do is we're going to start to see that reversal. So these areas here are going to become really crucial now. Either we're going to start trading above 1789, or we're going to start trading below 1789. whichever happens, we're going to look to execute, because this is your resistance level here as well. Keep that in your mind, guys. We are tapping these lows over here now, and honestly from down here I can really see sells playing out as well. Nasty rejections can start playing out. Just one thing though with sells, what I would like to see is, I would like to see this range here get filled, some sort of retest of highs, and then from there I want to see again selling dominance in the markets. If the sellers are still dominant in the markets, that's when I'll be looking to execute on a sell position, because it doesn't make sense for me to actually execute on a sell position when gold has dropped so much now. We do understand that roughly gold pushes about, it will push about 200 pips in one direction. We got NFP coming up as well tomorrow. So I want to be super careful. I don't want to sell gold when it's at all-time lows on the intraday time frame. It's tapping into your key areas. It's tapping into pretty much your weekly zones. Your monthly zone is just down here as well. So I want to be super careful. I can see some more momentum to the downside kick in as soon as we see some sort of open with our session. So again, I'll look to capitalize on that, because again, we have this range to fill. 1784 can be filled, and then you can see the momentum to the top side kick in. So yeah, we're going to be fluid in the markets, but look at your 30-minute candle at this point as well. It is struggling to close below 1789. Gonna keep our eyes on it and see where it does. Look at that, starting to form this double bottom down here now on the minute time frame as well. We're coming up. This was the last bit of area where you saw sellers take control from. So if we start to violate this now, start trading above this, you can see that momentum shift at this point now. A lot of momentum to the top side can start to kick in now. And yeah, let's just see what happens. Look at this rocket ship of a candle now, starting to just clear everything. We start clearing above this as well. Yeah, this is looking really nice now. Look at your 30-minute, it's going to start rejecting at this point now. Either it's coming up to retest this, and then from there we're going to start breaking the 30-minute lows and potentially have that range fill. This range that we have, we're going to fill the range. Otherwise, we're going to start trading above this now and start forming a range up here. And that range here will be the buy zone for us now. So the range above this, in my opinion, will be that buy zone sort of range. 1-to-1s can easily get hit. But below this, your sells can definitely play out as well. But I think from here now, we're just going to see gold just starting to push up, to be honest, because it's pushed down so much. Best thing is that we got news coming in the next 12 minutes as well. With the news, I'm expecting some sort of push, either to the top side or the downside. I'm going to look to capitalize on that. Bro, it's Daniel Savage with hair. Huh? Who am I? My name's Daniel. Who am I? I'm a savage.
Who said that? Is that on the YouTube?
Someone called me a savage. Why am I a savage? What did I do?
Daniel Savage FX.
Oh, the trader.
Yeah.
Oh. No, guys. I'm just Daniel. That's it. No Daniel Savage. My trading style is completely different. Everything I do is completely different. I don't do what Daniel Savage
over here.
Like, I don't do anything Daniel Savage does. His trading style is different. His whole approach to trading, everything is different. I don't like talking on other people, but I'm completely different compared to Daniel Savage. But yeah, I do like his videos though sometimes. You know, on YouTube when he's showing off his cars and things like that. Hey, good morning. I like sometimes, yeah, but that's it. I'm completely different. But look at that again, same level being respected now. 1790, 1789. Lol, spot on, mate. Your analysis is great. Appreciate that, guys. Appreciate that. Again, yeah, honestly, if you guys were here yesterday, then you know the TP that we did give out, this was our TP. Remember, I was telling you guys, I was like, listen, 1829 is going to get hit. I said it numerous times as well, and look at that, literally went straight to 1829, and then from there I told you guys, like, you're going to see a sell-off starting to play out from there. Exactly that happened. So we caught the buy position, and then later I had a sell position as well, but that was after the stream. But it was just a tiny position because it was more like an intraday sort of position, swing position. So I was just holding it. I caught about, I think, I think roughly about 200 pips, not 400 pips, but roughly about 200 pips, because I don't like calling too much, and it was a tiny position as well, small lot. And yeah, it was a great sell-off. It made a lot of sense, right? Did tell you guys there's a lot of orders up here now. It's not really easy for price to break out of this range. You guys got to understand that. Maybe with NFP we can break out of this, but because of the way this monthly candle has formed, it needs to at least come down to a significant area. From there I can see us breaking out of this range. But as I said, until we start clearing all of these wicks, massive breakout, you're not going to see the orders being executed. You're not just going to see 1831 get tapped and then, you know, all the orders to the top side being executed. No, they're going to be all above these wicks, at least like 5-10 pips above them. Until then, you're just going to see a sell-off playing out. So you need something in the markets to actually break out of this massive range. And that's NFP, honestly. Either with NFP, we're going to see a nice dump. We're going to start clearing these lows and come down to the lows of the range. Or we're going to start clearing the highs, and then our uptrend's going to start as well. But I think we're going to start dropping soon as well, to be honest. If you actually understand the bigger picture, look, we're pretty much forming the same sort of thing. Have we not formed a new high on gold? And look at that, after that, some sort of like low lows, low highs, started to form this resistance, and then from there, a massive sell-off. Look, same thing is being formed here as well. Obviously, when I do my analysis, I go into way more details. This is just like a little visual thing I'm showing you guys. But if you know how to read market structure, then you can do your analysis, guys. Look at this and study this, and you can also start to see like how, you know, it's really similar. If you've done a one-to-one session with me, I've gone through this multiple times. I've also like explained why we had such a massive push to the top side, why this drop here wasn't really a downtrend, it was more like a correction phase. So all of these things, when you start to understand them, start to understand the bigger picture, it gives you the extra bit of confidence, extra bit of like confidence as well. There we go. Look, I did tell you guys, look at the 1 minute time frame as well. Did tell you guys, if we do start to clear this at that point, look, I was saying, then you can start to question like, okay, now buyers are in control, but we still haven't cleared these highs. This is the last bit of area now. From here, you saw a lot of selling momentum kick in now. So if we start to clear these highs now, start turning 1790 into some sort of support, then we can safely say now, yeah, we are starting to push back up, and we can see a clean push to the top side. We've got another 7 minutes left as well now before our session opens. We got unemployment claims coming up. That would bring a lot more volatility to the market. Obviously, half one, the open is really volatile on its own, and you know, obviously with the orange folder, that's going to bring you more volume. So we can definitely expect something, either a buy position or a sell position, because as I said, we got this range as well down here. Look at your weekly once again now. I can most definitely see a sell-off playing out as well. We can most definitely come down to these key levels down here, and then from there start to reject something like this. Basically, we can most definitely imitate this candle here. You guys can see this, right? If I just move this up a little bit, we can most definitely imitate these candles here, come down here, and then from there start to push up, which is roughly about another 23 pips away. And I think we can go down a little bit more as well. But this area here will be really crucial now. You're going to have a lot of orders here. So I'm going to start to see now from here a massive sell-off can start to play out as well. I'm just going to put, this is going to be a key zone for us now. If we start clearing 1784, I'm expecting a bounce up from 1783. Otherwise, we start trading below this now, you're going to have a lot of orders being executed. At that point, gold is just going to start dropping, man. It's going to start dropping, honestly. Then nothing is stopping gold. That's one thing about gold. When it wants to drop, nothing can stop gold. It will just sink. It becomes a Titanic, honestly. When it's going up, you're going to obviously see a lot more pullbacks now. But when it drops, it's really easy for gold to just start sinking. Really easily. Look at your RV as well. It's just bearish momentum to the downside. Lower lows, lower highs being formed. Again, we are coming down to this key area now. From here, you do see a massive uptrend. Did start previously as well. And so, yeah, let's just keep an eye out for it. Otherwise, you know what? We have our scenarios for sells as well as buys. For sells, I want to see this range over here being filled. After that, retest of highs to start taking down. We got another 5 minutes left as well before our session opens. So hopefully with that, we can take a position. Today, I'm going down to 1% risk. For the past 2 days, I was up. I'm up about 4%, actually more than 4%. So 2 trades that I did take on the stream made me 4%, but then I had other trades as well. Those trades were off the stream, and those were little intraday trades, right? They made me some percentages also. We're up more than 4% from the past 2 days, and I want to lower down my risk a little bit now. As I said, I'm building the initial buffer first, the 10%. Once I have the 10%, that's when I'm going to start being a bit more risky, if that makes sense. Until then, just safe trading in my end. So 1% we're going to be risking, which is roughly about $1,000 on this account that I'm trading. Actually, a little bit more than 1,000 because we are above 100k on this account. The capital's above 100k. But look at that sell-off playing once again. Look at this nice double top being formed up here and a nice drop. As I said, it will become a little bit tricky now for us to obviously take any sort of sell positions here unless we start to clear these areas, start trading below these areas, retest. Again, something like this being formed. If this was being formed with our session, then I would have been interested in this. But again, I would have waited for some sort of a bigger candle rather than these tiny candles, because you know what this shows me? It just shows me that we're starting to basically just like push down now. It's just basically looking to collect some orders so it can start pushing back up. Because when gold wants to push up or push down, you're going to see massive candles, something like this. That's going to show you the direction of the markets. Even look at this massive candle. But these tiny candles, I consider them your like pullback candles. It's just coming down to a key area to collect orders, or you know, it just wants to be rejected, and then those rejections are going to be massive. So we might even see a massive bullish candle that starts to engulf everything to the left. So that's what I'll be looking for in the next 3 minutes. So let's see what happens. Look at 30 minutes as well now. There we go. 30 minutes is starting to reject once again now. I'm just gonna be playing based off the key levels today, to be honest. There's not much structure to the left. There is this mess, but I'm not looking at this mess, honestly. Just playing based off the key levels. It makes more sense. Look at your hourly as well quickly. Yeah, look at that. Pretty much the same thing, right? Pretty much the same thing. Yeah, I'm just going to be playing based on these structures now. It makes a lot more sense. A lot more sense. Let's look at the 4 hour. It's clean drop. That's the thing with the 4 hour as well. We haven't even seen one bullish candle, to be honest. It's just been clean drop to the downside with this sort of like after forming this double top up here. Again, which was expected, because look at your monthly candle. You guys gotta understand, this is your monthly candle. This is literally the first week of the month, and if the monthly candle wants to start pushing up, it needs to form the bottom wick now. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense for it to start pushing up now and then come down later on to form the bottom wick. It really doesn't make sense. That's not how price action works, does it? So it needs to form a sustainable bottom wick now. Pretty much retest a key area down here. So we do have a lot of room to start dropping down as well. It could also come down to 1775. I can really see that happening. Can really see that happening. And then obviously we are expecting a massive uptrend on gold. Maybe not this month, maybe next month. That's when a lot of momentum and volume will start to return, Feb. So yeah, let's just see what happens. Honestly, another minute left now. I'm just gonna start marking up my ranges on the MetaTrader 4 as well. So we got 1790 is a key zone. Start trading above 1790. I'm looking for those buyers, and I think it might be coming up now with a new 30-minute open. This is it. It's forming the upper wick now at this point. And let's just see what it starts to do now. It has a tiny bit of a bottom wick as well. What can happen is, if we start trading above 1790 now, we can most definitely start this bullish candle here can start turning into that sort of like fake out candle. But let's just see now, because it doesn't seem like we have a lot of momentum in the market. It's attempting to push up though. I want to see 1790 first gets cleared, and then obviously from there 1792 can become that pullback zone. But we start clearing 1791.89. That's on my MetaTrader 4. We're going to see a massive push to the top side. Let's just see what happens now. Pretty much forming an upper wick so far. coming up to our key level. Let's see how it starts to react up here now. It has an upper wick as well as a bottom wick, but after forming the upper wick, we start breaking below this previous wick, this 30-minute wick. The bottom wick, we're going to come down to at least 1784 or 1783. Do I want to capitalize on this? 30 pips. No, it doesn't make sense. The R2R doesn't make sense, so I'll be letting this go. I'll look to see how it reacts down here, and then from there pretty much look to see if I want to catch a position from down here. But for a sell position, I wanted to play out from up here, either from up here or from down here. Otherwise, I'm just looking for buyers now. Within this range, most probably 80% chance I'll be looking for a buy position. Really low chance that I'll look for a sell position within this range. It just doesn't have enough R to R for me to execute on it. There we go. The bottom wick has been formed. It's pretty much about to break the highs once again. There we go. Even with the fundamental factors, we are not pushing down. We are pushing back up. So this is your fundamental factors in play now. Starting to see this again, rocket ship to the top side. We are tapping 1789, which is one of our key areas. I want to see that being cleared. That's going to be my first confluence. Us trading above 1791. I want to see a retest of 1791. And I want to see 1791 being cleared as well. That's going to be another confluence to take this bad boy all the way to the top side now. And this is starting to rocket ship. We're about to tap 1790 at this point, which is the top side of the consolidation on the minute time frame as well. And look at that 30-minute until 1794. We have clean traffic. Clean traffic, honestly. Very clean traffic. Yeah, this is starting to look really good now. Let's just see how it reacts around 1790 though, because it might just be making that massive upper wick. So I wanna stay out. Don't wanna go in just yet. Okay, it's pushing back up now. 1790 might get cleared at this point. Might be looking for a position here soon, to be honest. Let's see how it starts to play out. Guys, if it starts pushing up again, I'm in this position, honestly. If it starts respecting 1790, it starts pushing up again, I'm expecting this position to fly up to 1791. I'm going to have a bigger stop loss though. Give me that massive push. If it starts breaking its own highs once again now in the minute time frame, I'm expecting this bad boy to start pushing up now. At least up to 1791. So let's just see how it starts holding around 1790. From here, you can see a reversal to the downside, or we can start to see a massive push to the top side. Either one's going to play out now. Either one's going to play out. See, a lot of momentum to the downside has started to kick in now. That's exactly what's happening. So now you want this candle to start to... you want to see this candle here forming as a undecisive bearish candle, and then the next one needs to start engulfing everything. Otherwise, you can see a sell-off starting to play out now, basically. Because it's pushed up to that key zone now. You are expecting a pullback, which is normal, but you want to see a massive rejection from the downside, and you want to see these highs over here being cleared. And that's my position now. I'm going to put my stop loss below here, aim for that 1-to-1, which is very achievable. Some sort of a bigger stop loss today, but it makes sense. Okay, I'm about to jump in this now. Another push to the top side, and needs to start clearing this or coming all the way up. And the next minute, hopefully, can give us that boost to the top side. It needs to start coming down a little bit now, and then from there start breaking these highs. The new 5-minute candle, it needs to start breaking up now, and this is it. It's about to turn into that rocket ship. 1, 2, and 3. I'm in this. Oh, hold on a second. There we go. Okay, let's see how this plays out. It's more of a bigger position, so we can also manage this. I'm going to look to manage this. It's a bigger position. Usually stop losses are below here, but I want to give a lot more room to breathe, because it can very easily start to reverse from up here as well. So this is the next area now. I'm looking out for this area, see what sort of reaction I get around this area, because we start rejecting from this area, start trading below 1789 once again. I'm going to look to manage my position. That's why my stop loss is way bigger than usual. Usually it's 20 pips, it's about 34 pips today, but we have massive range to the top side, so it's really achievable, to be honest. So from here, you can start to see some sort of reversal. So just gonna let it play out now. Let's see what happens. So 1791.89, I want to see that gets cleared. I might look to scale in because I've gone in with 1%. If it gives me more confirmations, I'll look to scale in. Until then, gonna look to just see how this plays out now. Got another couple minutes left as well for the new 15 minutes to open. With that, we can get some more momentum. But I think from here now, the way we are starting to respect this key area, this is going to just start to rocket ship to the top side. If we start trading above 1790, which we are now, you're going to see a lot of orders being executed here as well. This is the next area now, 1791. We start clearing that because look, forming a double. We attempted to break down numerous times now. We just are failing to break down. We're just forming higher highs, higher lows. And as soon as we start clearing this now, this was the last bit of area where you saw a lot of momentum to the downside now. This was the area where sellers did hold. Sellers did hold this area, so we start clearing this area. This is going to start to rocket ship all the way to the top side now, all the way to the top side. 1 2 1 clear bar. Let's see now. Okay, again trading above this level. Let's see where it does. Let's see where it does. Before we tap that next level where we can see that reversal from, our TP is going to get taken out anyway. So this area, next area is coming up at this point. We start clearing 1791.89. This is going to rocket ship all the way to the top side. This is 1791.89 is that next area. So as soon as we clear that, this is going to like tank all the way to the top side, all the way to the top side. This is the next area we are approaching. From here we can see some sort of reversal, some sort of a pullback. When we start breaking above this, this is going to rocket ship all the way to the top side. I'm up about 6 pips now in this position. Let's see how it starts to play around this level now, which is 1791.89. From here can see momentum to the downside kick in. So just looking to see how it holds now, because if we start trading below this range once again, which is 1789, start breaking below these lows, might look to manage my position, because we are quite bearish. So I really want to see. But as soon as we start clearing this now, start trading above this, at that point we're going up, not coming down. It's just that last bit of area now. I want to see this being cleared, which should be cleared now. We're trading above these levels. We should have enough orders to start clearing above this. And then the next 15 minutes should give us that next sort of push to the top side, and our TP should get hit. 1791.89 is the problematic area. We are seeing some sort of issues around here, but again, we're going to start clearing this. As soon as we clear this, we're going to see a rocket ship of a candle to the top side anyway. That's when you're going to see that 10 pip candle being formed as soon as we start breaking above this. And it's coming up now, boys and girls. Can we start clearing 1791.89? If we clear that, you guys are going to see momentum to the top side kick in. This area here needs to be cleared. As soon as we clear this, we're going to see a massive push to the top side. And then buys look really sweet. Really sweet. This is just the last area. There we go. We're about to clear it out. And this is it. It's attempting to clear it out. And this might just turn into a rocket shape of a candle now. 10 pip 1 minute candle coming up. Let's see. 10 pip 1 minute candle coming up. Let's see. Let's see. Are we going to see a 10 pip 1 minute candle now? Let's see. Let's see. And it's coming up. There we go. There we go. Up 12 pips at this point. That's a 10 pip 1 minute candle, guys. See, I told you, as soon as we clear that level, it's going to rocket ship. I'm up 13 pips on this position. There we go. That's your 10 pip 1 minute candle right there, guys. Drop a like on this stream. More than 10 pips up once again. So make sure you guys are securing profits and whatnot. I'm kind of looking to hold this position, but it's looking good so far, so good. So far, so good. This is amazing now. 15 pips up at this point. There we go. 18 pips up. Wow. Look at this beast. Look at this beast. 20 pips up. I'm going to make a risk free at this point. Stop loss at entry at this point now. Stop loss is at entry at this point. 20 pips up at this point, guys. 20 pips up. You can again expect some sort of pullbacks from these levels. But we start clearing these levels, we should start pushing up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to... How big of a... That's about... I'm just going to move it down here a little bit. Give it a little bit more room to breathe. But we start clearing 1793.60. I'm going to make it risk free. 20 pips up. Make sure you guys drop a like. Look at this. Winning streak once again. Amazing push. We've got another 5 minutes left as well for the new 15-minute to open. As I said, that's probably going to give us that push to the top side, the new 15-minute open. Make sure you guys are securing profits though. And we start clearing 1793.18. It's going to start pushing up as well. I might just close some profits here and just take out my partial TP and just let it run, to be honest. Do you know what I'm going to do, guys? I'm going to put the stop loss at entry now. I don't want to go back into drawdown, to be honest. I might look to scale in with the new open, but I kind of do want to take this position out. Or what I can do is I can give it a little bit more room to breathe. But with the new 15-minute open, that's when I'm expecting the next push up. Because I do understand there's going to come down to this support area and then from there start to bounce back up. And this is going to be less than 1% risk on this position now. Because it will bounce back up. It just needs to start clearing this, and it potentially will bounce back up in the next 4 minutes. So let's just see how it plays out. But make sure you guys are securing profits though, making it risk free. I'm going to look to manage this position as well now. I've got another 4 minutes left, and hopefully with that, again, you're going to see a lot of pullbacks. You're going to see a massive leg up, pullback, leg up, pullback, leg up, pullback. Just basically your normal price action, right? That's all it is. And yeah, as soon as we start clearing these highs though, I'm going to make it risk free, which we should be clearing with the new 15-minute, hopefully. New 15-minute open should give us that massive push to the top side. So I do want to see us trading above 1790 though. 1790 needs to be respected, in my opinion. Which is being respected, just the way it's being respected here. I want to see it being respected now, and then us pushing up, and hopefully the new 15-minute open can give us that next leg back up. But usually if it was like a normal position, the TP would have been here, but again, I'm holding this. Kind of do see some sort of a massive push up as well if this works out. That's the thing. So I might even look to hold this. Let's just see how it plays out. We're coming down to the support area now. Because what I'm thinking is I can potentially, if it does work out now, and if the sellers don't take control now, and if this position starts to shoot back up, could potentially hold this as an intraday position with 1% risk, and it could make me like 4 or 5% if it works out. Let's see. I'm going to look to manage this. Let's just see. 1790 is still being respected. You should see the minute candle turning into a rocket ship of a candle now, and we should start trading above 1790 now. And this is potentially like your opportunity to scale in if this starts to rocket shit back up, but I'm not going to look to scale in just yet. I'm going to wait for the new 15-minute to open, and with the new 15-minute open we should start breaking above these highs, and it should go straight up to our TP. You got to understand, gold has pushed up a lot. It's going to pull back, and then it's going to push back up, pull back, push back up. It's just normal price action, or either that or it's going to start pushing back down now. It really depends, because the support area is down there as well, but I would like it to start trading above 1790 though. That'll be like the sweet spot for us to start trading above there. $17.90, approaching $17.90 at this point. I am interested in scaling into this position as well with the new 15-minute open, potentially. I think in the next minute you're gonna see an engulfing bullish candle. Let me just kind of like put some more risk on the table if it starts to engulf. I'm gonna go in with 0.5% this time though. If we start trading above 1790, then it's gonna push up with the new 15-minute open. Let's see what it does. I want the new 15-minute open to come down a little bit now. Make that bond wick. From there start to push back up. There we go. It's pushing back up. I'm gonna look to scale in. It's pretty much forming the upper wick, so not gonna be jumping in anything just yet. 0.5% risk on this, right? All right, cool, perfect. Okay, we start trading above 1790 once again now with the new 15-minute open. Let's see how it looks. Oh, there is no bone wick, man. It's gonna become a bit tricky to scale in now. I did want to scale in on this because I know it's gonna start breaking above the 15-minute highs now, and we're gonna go straight to the TP, but man, do you know where it is? There is just no bone wick now. That's the thing. That's the issue. because we're going to start breaking above these highs now, and we're going to go straight up to our TP. But that bottom wick is just throwing me off, man. That's the thing. Look at the way it's just engulfed everything, which was expected with the 15-minute open now. And as soon as we start clearing these highs, at that point we're going straight up to our TP as well. Let's see. I want it to come down a little bit now first, and then after we'll see what we can do. Okay, see the way it's holding that 1792 level. We can start to come down a little bit now. It needs to come down and form the bottom wick. The thing is, the momentum to the top side is so insane now. Even we start breaking above this, I think we are going up. We start clearing these highs, we're pushing all the way to the top side now. I don't think we're going to come down for a bottom wick at that point if we start breaking above these highs once again now, which is about 1792. But until then, I think we can come down a little bit. We start clearing these highs, these lows over here, we're going to come down a little bit. I'm going to look to scale in on this later though. Let's see how it starts to play around this level first. Now I want to see rejections from these levels here, and then start pushing back up. But we start clearing these levels, at that point you can even see a sell-off coming up. That's your bottom wick being formed at this point now. Do you know what I'm going to do? If it starts pushing down from here, I'm going to take this position out. Did take some profits out up there, and I want to see a reversal now. This is the support area being tapped. The bottom wick has been formed, and at this point I wanted to start trading above this, and I'm going to look to scale in on this position from down here. If I see a lot of momentum to the top side kick in now, this should be that area. From here, buyers should take control. We don't want to see any sort of momentum to the downside anymore. Otherwise, as I said, we have this range to fill. We're going to see this range being filled if we start trading below this level now. But this should be the area now. From here we should start pushing back up. Got another 2 minutes left as well for the new 5 minute to open. We're forming low lows and low highs at this point, so I've taken up 50% up here, 50% here. So in a way it's like a risk-free position for me, the one I've got running, but I do want to scale in. And I think this should just be the opportunity now. As soon as it starts trading above 1790, this should start to rocket ship all the way back up in the next minute, hopefully. Right now we are still respecting these highs, but this is now tapping this support area, which is expected. We should not be breaking below these structure lows. If we start breaking these structure lows now, I think then we're coming all the way down to basically your 1784 level. But until then, this is just a bottom wick being formed in the 15 minute. Again, a classic pullback. You formed a new high at this point, you're going to form a bottom wick, you're going to come back up to retest the highs and pretty much break it. So this is the area now. From here I'm expecting momentum to the top side to kick in. Otherwise we are starting to trade below our key levels. We are quite bearish as well on the intraday time frame. So we start clearing these structure lows, I'm going to take this position out. I'm going to look to scale back in later. But from here we should really start pushing back up now. This is just a pullback, and I'm going to look to scale in with another position to the top side here as well. Hopefully in the next minute now. There we go. You want it to come down a little bit now and start pushing back up. Start to rocket ship back up all the way back above 1790. That's what I want to see now. Needs to start pushing back up all the way up. There we go. It's coming down a little bit more. One second, guys. Yeah, there we go. The new 5 minutes starting to trade below this level now. From here, I'm expecting a reversal. Again, the momentum is starting to shift. It is to the downside now. Let's just see what happens. Yeah, starting to push down a little bit now. And from here, massive bullish candle is going to come up. Let's go. I want to see an engulfing bullish candle at this point now. Yeah, it's just pushing down at this point. I might take this trade out if it starts pushing down a little bit more. Up here, that's why I did secure profits up there. And took up 50% of the position. But now again, I'm going to look to take out some more. If we do start to push down, I'm going to take this position out. We start trading below this level, I'm going to take this position out. And I'm going to look to scale back in later. But from here, we should really start to see a reversal, a massive bullish candle should start to print out over here. It needs to do that in the next 4 minutes as well. Otherwise, the 4 hour is literally coming up. But this should be the opportunity now to scale back in. I'm looking for that scale back in now from here, honestly. It needs to start engulfing everything to the left at this point. Everything to the left needs to start being engulfed. A massive engulfing bullish candle, and I'm going to scale back into this position as well now. If it doesn't do that in the next 3 minutes, then it's going to become more tricky because the new 4 hour is going to close below this. And yeah, you can see a lot of selling momentum kicking, but we start closing above this. And before the new 4 hour open, then the new 4 hour open is going to give us that rocket ship of a move and start clearing these highs basically. There we go, pushing back up now. There we go, this is that candle we are waiting for. Let's just see how it closes first. 1790, I want to see 1790 being broken, us trading above 1790.74 sort of area. But this still is being respected, just need a little bit more momentum to kick in. And from here, hopefully before the 4 hour we can start trading above 1790 if we can. I'm going to look to scale in with another position. Otherwise, I'm going to wait for the 4 hour to make that bond wick and then scale in after. But I think with the new 4 hour open, we're going to see a blast of a move all the way to the top side. It depends as well how it closes, right? Really depends how it closes. Because can see a sell-off playing out from here as well. But right now, he's just struggling to push up. Needs a little bit more momentum. Hopefully, in the next 2 minutes, we can see the new 5 minute open and just start pushing back up. The level of ours is still being respected. Structure lows have not been violated. Structure lows are down there. This is just a classic pullback, and this is that push back up hopefully now. There we go, starting to come back above 1790 once again. I want to see an engulfing bullish candle at this point as well, honestly. Starting to look really good now. Needs to start trading above 1790.44. At that point, I'm in with another position. Another minute left. I want the new 5 minute to come down, retest, push back up. That's what I want to see with the new 5 minute open. That's what I'm looking to see with the new 5 minute open. Start trading above 1790. That's going to give us that move. This was the first leg back up. Some profits being secured up here. I want to see the next leg back up now, and then the next leg back up is going to give us a nice move to the top side. It's going to be like a sniper entry from down here as well if the buys do play out from here. This is the new 5 minute open coming up now. Let's see. It's going to start to blast off all the way to the top side now. This is it. Can we start pushing up now? It's forming the bottom wick at this point now. Pushing down. I want to see these structure lows being respected as well, to be honest now. And the highs being cleared at this point. Because you got to understand, whenever momentum, whenever volume is, if the momentum is to the downside, then we're going to see sell off. If the momentum is to the top side, then we're going to see bias playing out. There we go. I want to see this starting to reject now. The bond wick has been formed. We need to start trading above this before the new 4 hour open. Otherwise, sell-off can start to play out with the new 4 hour. That's the thing. I do want to scale in on this, but the way it's just moving right now, gonna wait for the new forward to open at this point, to be honest. It's looking messy. It's tapping that 1788.26 now. From here, we start breaking below 1788.26, probably coming down. But from here, either we're going to form a double bottom down here, and now we should start breaking above these highs, and then we're going to rocket ship all the way to the top side at this point. You want to see an engulfing bullish candle as well on a minute time frame now, after forming this double bottom down here. You don't want to see these lows over here being broken. At that point, we're coming all the way down to the lows of the range. And I don't want to see these lows here being broken. I want to see an engulfing bullish candle now. Nice, looking nice, looking nice, looking nice. And we start breaking above this, start trading above this with the new forward open, we should be good to go up. It's looking good now, coming back up. Another 3 minutes left as well for the new forward to open. I want to see these highs being broken now. There we go. And us coming back up above 1790. That's what I want to see now. There we go. Coming back up above 1790. And this trade I'm holding it for at least 50-60 pips. That's for sure. If it works out to the top side now, this trade, I'm holding this. Look at your 4-hour. Clean moves to the top side as well. Easy push up till 1797. 1797 is going to get hit if we start trading above these levels now. Easily. But I'm going to wait for the new 4-hour open to give me that opportunity. Another 2 minutes left as well. This 4-hour needs to start rejecting now and start closing above. There we go. This is it. We're going to start pushing up now. This is it. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. It needs to start breaking above these highs now and start pushing back up. And I'm looking to scale back into this position as well with a little bit more risk. Hopefully another 2 minutes. We got this. Next 2 minutes, I'm going to look to scale. It's going to come down a little bit and then push back up. That's going to be the move, hopefully. Another minute left. Still trading below this level. I want us to trade above this level and start pushing all the way up. Hopefully with the new 4-hour open, we can see that. Otherwise, we start breaking below 1788.26. I'm going to look to take this up. But 4-hour needs to form the bump wick as well, so going to give you a little bit more room to breathe. It makes a lot of sense to do that. Still in this consolidation right now. Need to break out of this. It's consolidation. There we go. This is the new 4-hour open now. Let's see where it does. Needs to push down a little bit first, obviously. Step in the 1788.26. I think we start breaking below that. It's going to start coming down to the next levels now. It's going to go down all the way down to the support level, maybe even the lows of the 4-hour. And then from there, we start breaking the lows of the 4-hour. We'll come in all the way down. We're going to have this range. We're going to fill this range. 1787.28 is the next target now. And if we start breaking below this, I'm just going to take this trade out and I'm going to look to scale back in later. Otherwise, we see these areas holding here, then yeah, I'll be interested. You know what? I'm going to take this trade out if you push it down a little bit more. Yeah, I'm going to take these trades out for now. Just close it at break even for now. trade back in later. It's going to form the bump wick now. We start breaking below this 4 hour lows. We'll come in all the way downtown at that point. Honestly, let's see what happens. Yeah, we start breaking below that 4 hour low now. We'll come in downtown, honestly. Alright, it's attempting to form the upper wick now in the 4 hour. Still haven't broken the lows of the previous 4 hour. But we start breaking below these lows now, we'll come in all the way down. That's for sure. Start breaking below these 4 hour lows, we'll come in all the way down. All the way down. I want to look for a sell off here as well, sell position down here. For sure. But until then, it's just a classic pullback, and we're going to see momentum to the top side kick in. Basically, we start breaking below this, start trading below this, we'll come in down at that point. This new forward is just gonna rocket ship all the way to the downside. Do you want to see momentum candles though? I think it was a bit more impulsive for me to take this position up. I think it's just that I wasn't trying to take a loss today, so I should have held this. Losing is part of the game, but do you know what? It's cool. It's cool. No profits, at least there's no losses, right? But I think from here it might just start to reverse at this point as well. But for the buy position again, I'm gonna wait above 1791. Until then, just gonna let it form the upper wick. That's all it is. But guys, up like more than 5% in the past 2 days, but I think a sell-off is coming up now. Honestly, we start clearing these lows. Sell-off is coming up. Massive sell-off is coming up. First position was technically a winning position, but I wanted to hold it as an intraday position because I'm up like 5% for the week. So I wanted to see if I could score like extra bit of like 3-4% just from that 1% position. But it's fine. It's fine. We'll just take a BE trade for now. But the next trade now, looking to go in with some risk, and let's see. That's gonna also for our session, we haven't really done much. The first move was to the top side. We did capitalize on this move to the top side, and now the next move, whatever the next move is, if it is the sell-off position, I did tell you guys below this, we got this range now. Can see another 1-to-1 being hit down here, and yeah. Otherwise, right now we're just in a consolidation. Need to wait for some sort of momentum to kick in at this point. Another minute hopefully can give us that push either to the top side or the downside, but our impulsive entry looks good as well now below this 4-hour lows. The way we are still starting to trade below these key levels, if we start to tap these highs at this point now and start breaking below these 4-hour lows, at that point I'm looking to take a sell position as well. Honestly, it makes a lot of sense at this point. Quite bearish as well, and we do understand that obviously the key levels are down there on your monthly as well as your weekly levels. And yesterday, remember the TP I gave up got hit to the TP T as well. It might just be coming off now. The sell-off position might be just coming up now. I want to see a massive momentum candle as well. Us starting to close below 1786 and some sort of a retest of 1786. Start to turn it into some sort of resistance on the lower time frames, and then from there a massive drop. That's what I'm looking for now. Take this off. Until then, again, this is just that classic pullback. Unless we start to violate the structure low, start turning into some sort of resistance now, then we're starting to trade above below the key levels, and we're coming down to the next lows, which are all the way down here. 1783 can be tapped, most definitely. 1-to-1s will get hit as well. Do want to have a smaller stop loss though if I do jump in this sell position, roughly about 20 pips. But I'm going to see how it reacts around this level first. Most definitely not going to jump in as soon as it breaks the lows. Going to see how it starts to hold below the level. If there are significant amount of orders below this level, we start holding below this, then I'll look to take it down. We're on a crazy winning streak. Still on a crazy winning streak. But now, let's not mess it up. Gonna wait for another trade. I am interested in one more trade now. Hopefully with this 4-hour opener, the NYSE, we're going to see something for sure, because we've done nothing for our session so far. Nothing. This was the whole move to the top side. Capitalized on it. Unfortunately, I didn't close everything up here. Got taken up BE for this trade. But I think we will see another move now. Still haven't broken the lows. If we can catch a buy position, is going to be all the way from down here. It's going to be a massive move to the top side. Or even a sell-off can start to play out now. If we do see our confluences, why not? For sure. That's the best thing about our strategy. We are really fluid in the markets and really precise as well with our entries as well as our TPs. It's just a waiting game at this point, to be honest. Just a waiting game. Maybe in the next 3 minutes when we get the new 5-minute open, with that hopefully we can start to spike up or spike down a little bit. But right now we're just in this consolidation. As I said, it won't make sense for us to just take an impulsive entry as soon as we start to violate the structure lows. You want to see if there is enough momentum to the downside, or can price hold below this? Because what might happen is we might just start to break below this and then from there push all the way back up. So you don't want to get trapped. You want to be extra bit careful. In this sort of scenario, you can really easily get trapped. We do understand that gold loves to react to 1-minute liquidity zones as well. It's just, that's how gold is. Good entry, brother. We got more than 60 people watching, guys. Let's see if we can hit 50 likes. Again, that does help out, so make sure you guys show some love. Drop a like. We're going to be looking for another position. We're here doing it with 100% transparency, all done on the live stream every single day. We've been on a mad winning streak. Yeah, let's see if we can keep on going. Looking for another trade. Again, we need to see some more volume kick into the markets. Can't just jump into anything like that. Right now, it's time for you to be a visual trader. Look at your screens. It's just a consolidation. You have nothing in front of your eyes. It's just mess. So you want to see this being cleared, and then after that we can start looking for our opportunities. We got another 22 minutes left for the new half an hour to open, which is going to be your New York Stock Exchange open as well, NYSE. That's going to bring us more volume as well. So yeah, just got to wait for that now. Do you know where this move to the top side would have worked as well? It's just, there's just not enough momentum in the markets because of the drop. It's just a little bit exhausted now. I think that's all it is, honestly. But I can see it coming down, breaking these structure lows as well. Pretty much coming down to those monthly support levels. All the way down there to at least like 1783. Can most definitely see that happening as well. But if we do start trading above 1791, we start clearing those highs once again, we're going to see a correction. There's an imbalance in the markets now. We're going to see a correction. We're going to see a clean move to the top side, that's for sure. And this 4-hour candle is going to be a massive bullish candle if we start trading above 1792, that's for sure. That's for sure. Just gonna have to wait for this to form up now, really. A little bit of a slow day today, which is expected as well, right? You guys got to understand, got a big day tomorrow coming up as well. You guys know a lot of news kicking in tomorrow, so price might not want to do too much today, but again, I am expecting another move for our session. We've just had that one leg up. Either we're going to see the next leg back up, or we're going to see this range here being tapped. The lows of these range being tapped. One of the two will play out. Just gonna have to wait a little bit, not be impulsive. Just wait for this to get cleared, and there we go, starting to come back up now. This might just be it now. With the new 4-hour open, we start trading back above 1790, start clearing these structure highs. We're pushing all the way back up. Until then, it might just be retesting these highs, and if we do start to retest these highs now, and then from there start to clear these previous 4-hour lows, I'm going to look for an impulsive entry to the downside as well. At that point, it makes a lot of sense. There we go. Going back up now. See, did see some sort of momentum kick in with the new 5-minute open, and you guys gotta understand what it does is the new 5-minute open, it brings you more volume in the markets, right? As soon as we get some volume kick in, look, it's just straight to the top side. So it just shows you that momentum is to the top side. Technically, we are still, you know, in this trade, if that makes sense. The structure laws were not violated. I just took my trade out at break even because I didn't want to take a loss today. That's just me. Kind of like, that's just risk management, right? But technically this trade is still valid and you're going to go up to form the next high. Let's see how it starts to play around 1790. There we go. We're starting to come back up now. We start clearing these highs now, 1790, start trading above that. I'm going to look for this buy position as well. But I need to see us starting to trade above 1790. Until then, we can very easily see a reversal, us starting to break below this and a sell-off starting to play up. So this area here is a key level. We need to start trading above 1790 in order for me to say, okay, now we can again go back into this position. Or you guys might actually be in this position because we were up about 20 pips, right? So yeah. But this time I'm also going to go in with a 10-year stop loss. Previous position, I think my stop loss was about 30 pips. Average, our stop losses are about 20 pips and we were up about 20 pips in the position. So it would have been a 1-2-1 win as well if I did take a smaller stop loss. So I will be going for a smaller stop loss this time though. Next 3 minutes, we're going to get the new 15-minute open. Another 2 minutes left to be precise now. And hopefully with that, we can start to see some more momentum kicking either to the top side or the downside. Right now, we are technically still within just this sort of consolidation now. The way structure is starting to form up is looking good at this point. The previous bearish candle, the way it closed, if we see a massive bullish candle now, start to go off everything to the left, start clearing these highs, that's going to be a nice confirmation. But as I said, unless we start trading above this, we can see some sort of reversal very easily, very easily. So I want to be really cautious and not get trapped in this. But hopefully if we start pushing back up now, in the next 2 minutes, the new 15-minute open can give us that position. And then hopefully with the NYSE opening another 15 minutes after, we're going to see the spike up to the top side. 2. I got stopped up from MFFDD is 5%, but my loss is 4.93. That's weird. Huh? That don't make sense. Nicely done, D, as always. Brilliant trade. Thank you. Yeah, the first trade was amazing, but I am looking for another trade though. Can you update the trade one outcome? Didn't see it. Looked like a loss. No, the first trade for me it was BE. For you guys, it should have been a winning trade. We were up more than 20 pips, but I was looking to hold it as an intraday sort of position. So for me, it was a BE trade. I want to look to scale in though. I didn't lose either, secured 12 pips and runner hit BE. Amazing stuff. Yeah, we were up more than, I think we were up roughly about 20 pips on that position, the first position, but I think we can get more than 20 pips, that's for sure, because look at your daily candle as well. It's literally at all-time lows. So if you can catch a position from down here, even a 50% correction will, like, you will see 100 pips to the top side today if it plays out, the bias play out. Even up till this resistance level, that's about 140 pips to the top side. You will see some sort of pips, but it's just a waiting game at this point now. The first position played out. For me, it didn't play out because I was looking to hold it, but for you guys, obviously, our usual approach is a scalp, so it was a perfect scalp position, played out to the T. But I'm looking to scale in now with another position. Let's see what this 15-minute does at this point. Right now, again, we're staying out of this because, as I said, we need to start trading above 1790. That's going to be enough confluence for me to start trading back into this sort of like range. Until then, sell-off can start to play out. It's just simple as that. Very simple. But make sure you guys are following me on Insta as well, guys. We'll be updating you guys on a lot of things. We're gonna be making a Telegram. I have a couple of friends. They've been trading for hedge funds. You know, they're institutional traders. We're gonna be giving out a lot of things on that Telegram. So make sure you guys follow me on Insta. I'm gonna be updating you guys about that Telegram sometime this week. We got a lot of amazing stuff coming up. I'm gonna be bringing a lot of I'm gonna bring some of my friends as well. Some of my friends, they trade in millions. Honestly, I'm gonna bring them on the live streams. A lot of big things coming up. So make sure you guys hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification as well on the live stream so you never miss out. So if you are new to our streams, it's one session every day, so which is our NY session. We start trading after NY open, and we trade till like 3 o'clock, so we're gonna basically another more than 40 minutes left before our session ends. 1 to 2 trades a day, so these are high probability setups with like precision. If you guys were here for the past 2 days, we won 2 trades. We took 2 trades, both winners. They were 2% risk each, so we're up more than like 5-6% for the week. And again, today was an amazing trade. It's just that stop loss was really massive for me. It was more like an intraday approach, so it kind of wicked me out. BE trade, but second trade, let's see if we can do some damage. Honestly, this is starting to look really good at this point as well. We're just failing to break below this. And we start clearing these highs now, start trading above 1790. I think we're going to see that next leg back up, start clearing these highs. Easily going to see 100 pips to the top side, that's for sure. It just needs a little bit more volume to kick in, really, because we've been dropping so much now. You got to understand, when you do see these massive moves, either to the top side or the downside, you're going to see some sort of exhaustion in the markets. Markets will exhaust for a little bit. So now the next session that we have coming up is NYSE, which is in another 12 minutes. With that, hopefully we're going to see a rocket ship of a candle.
Yeah, I think so, bro. You got like that bottom wick to the bottom side on that 4-hour. Looks super good to continue up with some momentum.
Yeah, it's going to push up, man. He's just waiting for some more volume to kick in. Because technically the trade that we did take is still valid. Due to my risk management, I ended up taking my position out. I didn't want to go into any sort of drawdown with this, but still a valid trade.
Yeah, exactly.
Still a valid trade. So yeah, as I said, but again, in order for me to scale in with another position, I kind of do need to see those confluences play out once again. I want to see my confirmations, and then we're gonna go in. And yeah, simple as that. Until then, it's just about being patient, guys. If you're a professional trader, do this for a living. You know, like 90% of the times you're just waiting, 10% is execution. And yeah, there we go. Starting to come back up now once again. Maybe the next minute we can see that spike up now. I think the next minute can start to spike back up now. We start clearing this level here, it should be good to go up. And if we start trading above these levels, the NYSE is going to be a rocket ship all the way back up to the highs, and we're going to form the next leg back up now. Yeah, this is starting to look really good now, honestly. Structure-wise, it's looking beautiful now. Gorgeous. There we go. This is the new minute open now. It needs to start it needs to become a rocket ship candle, start clearing these highs, and then we need to start trading above this level. Before the NYSE, if we can start trading above 1790, then we're going to see a massive push to the top side. Needs to come down a little bit, form the bottom wick, and then start breaking out this consolidation now. I just want to see that momentum candle kick in now, and I'm going to be in this position as well to the top side. See, engulfing bullish candle being printed out here. Can expect a push down till 1787, the support level, or from 1787 you can see that massive engulfing bullish candle. again, right now we are just stuck within this consolidation. So do you want to see this we want to see us being kind of like breaking out of this consolidation. After that, we can start to look out for moves. Until then, no trades within this sort of range. It doesn't make sense. You'll get trapped. You don't want to trade the consolidation. You want to see a clean break and then start playing the game of probability. That's all trading is, right? Start to see if the probability is to the top side. You then execute with confidence. And there we go. This should be that rocket ship of a candle to the top side now. Kind of, it needs to start engulfing everything to the left. And if I take this trade now, stop loss is going to go below these structural lows over here, these structural lows over here, and I'm going to aim for these highs over here first, and then pretty much just let it run up all the way up. But I need to wait for this to show up though. Bro, are you search trigger for sells or buy? I don't know what that means, my bro. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Are you search trigger? I don't know what that means, bro. You're gonna have to write that message again. Which all we have to do now is just wait for the next 8 minutes. With that, we're going to see momentum kick in. So before the 8 minutes, if we can start to see some sort of confirmations to the top side, just going to wait for that bottom wick with the NYSE and just jump in. And then I'm going to ride it all the way up to the moon. To the moon we go, guys. To the moon we go. Because again, as I said, the trade is still valid. It's just that it's just struggling to go up now. It's formed the leg up now. Look, still haven't violated the structure lows. But if it starts to violate these structure lows at that point, you can say, okay, cool. Now we can have this, range. This range is down there. We're gonna see this, us filling out this range, and then from there potentially buyers can play out. But until then, this trade is still valid, and you're gonna see higher highs and higher lows being formed. It's just a retest to collect some more orders, because you gotta understand, once it forms a highs, it's gonna come down to form a low and then potentially form that next leg up. And right now it hasn't violated the structure lows, has it? So the trade is still valid, but it just needs a little bit more volume. That's all it is. So in the next 7 minutes, that's when you can expect more volume to kick in. So before the NYSE opens, we start trading above these structure highs. That's going to be a massive confirmation that we're going to go up. Right now, we're just in a consolidation. Just got to wait for the consolidation to break. It's as simple as that. One trade taken so far. We got another trade in the tank. Let's just make sure we take the highest probability setup. So for us, to do that, we need to wait for this to break. Need to start clearing these highs. Need to start forming higher highs, higher lows above this level. That's going to give us our first confirmation. It's going to build about 20% probability to the top side. Start clearing 1791.75. That's going to build more probability now. And then we start tapping these highs, start clearing them. That's going to be the next leg back up. At that point, our TPs will get hit. And on the daily time frame, I can expect us to at least come up till 1800. 1800 will get hit today if we start trading to the top side. So yeah, I'm gonna look to hold my trade at least up to 1800. That's what I'm looking to do now. So honestly, like, patience is gonna pay today. It's gonna be a massive move. Right now for our session, we've done nothing. The first leg up, we capitalized on it. For you guys, if you guys secured profits, amazing. That was a winning day. For me, I was looking for this more like an intraday approach, so I didn't close in profits, ended up break even. But the second trade can give us that massive move to the top side. At least 100 pips. It needs to be corrected. The daily candle needs to be corrected, either because we're tapping into the support level now as well, got liquidity in the market as well, have violated the structure lows. Otherwise, what we're going to do is we're going to see some sort of a wick fill now. Wick fill, this wick is going to be filled. We're going to start violating these structure lows. We start trading below 1783. At that point, I'm expecting a drop, but you got to understand, we are pretty much just forming that bump wick on the monthly as well, because now the monthly needs to start pushing up. So wick fill can give us that nice retest of this sort of like resistance level on the monthly. And obviously this level here has a lot of orders for us to start pushing back up. You see this level here, right? we're literally tapping this level now from here, starting to reject. So we just need to see now who's in control as soon as we get the NYSE open. If the sellers are in control at that point, we understand this is our range. We can execute on a sell position as well. Otherwise, buyer's position look really sweet. But if I do execute on a sell position now with the NYSE open and my 1-to-1s do get hit, I'm gonna potentially go for the third trade and look for that last position to the top side, because the buy positions will play out lovely. It's going to be very nice buy positions, to be honest, because some sort of correction is required in the markets. You guys can see it's just an imbalance at this point now, massive downtrend. It needs to be corrected, and yeah, that would be the move, to be honest, to the top side all the way up to the moon. But guys, discipline is the key when it comes to trading now. Obviously, if you haven't been doing this for a long enough time now and you're taking trades within this, you are losing. As you guys can see, we took one trade and after that we've just been waiting for our setup to show up once again. Trading is 90% waiting and 10% execution. So as soon as we start breaking out of this, then we're going to start again looking for our setups. We're going to start building up probability. Until then, we just have to wait. Another 3 minutes left now. And yeah, hopefully in the next 3 minutes we can see this trade starting to play out. Very interested in a buy setup, to be honest. Really interested. I mean, you're looking for buy or sells. So as I said, once again, guys, trading is a game of probability. So whichever way the probability is, I'll take it. We're playing based off our key areas as well. If we do start respecting our key areas, start holding above our key areas at that point, obviously the TP is 1800. Otherwise, we start trading below this. We're going to see this sort of like, you know, range being filled. We're going to come down to 83. Kind of like tap those key areas on the monthly time frame as well. Need to do that, right? You got to understand massive uptrend I'm expecting on gold. But in order for gold to do that, it needs to start forming that bottom wick first, right? Because it's not gonna start uptrend and then later on come down for the bottom wick. It's gonna first form a sustainable bottom wick down to, you know, this support level on the monthly. From there, it's gonna start forming the upper wick, you know, the uptrend. And look at the levels as well. Because as I said, unless we start breaking above this, the orders are not being executed. This is just that retest now from here. That's where the sell-off played out yesterday. I did give you guys this as a TP from here. Sell-off played out. And that's all it is, honestly. Another 2 minutes left for the NYSE. Can we get a rocket ship of a candle with NYSE open? There we go, starting to push back up now. Starting to clear these highs over here. I think with the NYSE now, we start trading above this before the NYSE. With NYSE, I'm just waiting for that pullback and a massive push to the top side. That's what I am expecting. Not looking to take any trades unless we start clearing these highs. After that, we are waiting for those pullbacks, and then this over here is being filled first. This is going to be the first TP. The current highs on the structure, we're going to break these highs and form the next leg back up. Basically, that's how it's going to play out. So you got to understand, a lot of sellers have been saying here, this is the top side of the consolidation. As soon as we start closing above this, that's going to build 20% probability to the top side. Now it's going to build more probability. And with NYSE, you want to see these highs being broken. That's just more probability to the top side. And yeah, at that point, you can safely say that we start trading above 1790. 1791 is going to be broken. We're going to start breaking above this. And at that point, we're going to form the next leg back up. And you can expect some more pullbacks from 1794, but I think we're going to see a clean push up to 1794 if you start breaking above these highs. That's for sure. Most definitely. Another minute left as well now for the new half an hour to open. So what are we expecting? A little bit of a bottom wick. As soon as we form the bottom wick, we need to see us breaking out of this. But if we can start breaking out of this now before the NYSE open, NYSE can just come down, tap 1789, give us that tiny stop loss to start pushing back up. And there we go. Starting to look good now at this point. Okay, this is the NYSE open now. I'm going to use these structure lows as my stop loss as well. Okay, there we go. Starting to push back up now. Let's see how it starts to hold above this level. Still waiting for the bottom wick to be formed. But we start trading above this level now. At this point, start clearing these highs. But I wanted to push down a little bit more just to form the bottom wick. But once again, we do have a bottom wick. Don't want to marry the bias. Don't want to marry the bias of us just looking for a sell position just yet. being really, really fluid in the markets. Let's just see how this first minute candle closes first. Oh, hold on a second. My magic keys. Get my magic keys ready, man. Oh, get my magic keys ready. Oh, I'm gonna miss out this position. Guys, this is my buy position. Oh no, magic keys, what are you doing? I tried turning magic keys on. It done some sort of error. Wait, hopefully I can turn this on because I think our buy position is coming up, guys. 20. Okay, there we go. Everything looks good. There we go. That's the pullback coming up now. Amazing. Okay, is it gonna turn on now? Okay, magic keys is on now. Amazing. Okay, cool. This is that pullback now, which we are expecting at this point. Look, very simple, right? Really, really tiny bottom wick. We've broken above these structure highs now. We have a really, really tiny bottom wick, and we have an upper wick at this point as well. Where are we starting to reject off of? This is a key area. So we start breaking above these highs now, we're coming all the way up to the top side. Really, really simple. We're coming up. So I want to see a lot of momentum now. This minute candle, I want to see this being this starting to close as a massive, tiny bearish candle, and us starting to push back up now, all the way to the top side. And I'm going to look to execute on this soon. Okay, if it starts pushing up one more time, I'm in this position, tiny stop loss. It needs to start breaking those highs once again now, and I'm in this. Otherwise, can form that bottom wick, but okay, I'm going to be looking to take this position now. It needs to start clearing these highs, and I'm in this bad boy. It needs to start breaking above these highs over here as well. And then we're going to see a rocket ship of a candle all the way to the top side with NYSE. There we go. I'm in this now. Let's go. Aiming for the 1-to-1 first. Gonna close 90% at 1-to-1. I'm in this position now. Oh, 10 pips up, guys. Look at this. Oh, look at this. 1-to-1 right there. I'm gonna make it risk-free soon. As soon as we start clearing this is that reversal area. I want to be super careful. We start trading above this area, we're going to form that next leg back up. Did say with NYSE, you're going to see that next push up. So now from here, we can expect a little bit of a pullback, but I don't want to see these lows over here being broken. As soon as we start clearing this, we're going to go straight up to our TP. As soon as we start breaking above this, I'm going to make it risk-free. I'm going to make it risk-free, secure 90% at 1-to-1, and rest, I'm going to let it run. And there we go, risk-free trade at this point now, and this should go up and start breaking above these highs and start forming the next leg back up. This is the second trade, 18 pips up at this point, 18 pips up at this point, guys, 19 pips up, second trade, and that's gonna go straight to our TP. It needs to push up a little bit more, 20 pips up at this point, 20 pips up, and the TP is coming. Risk-free trade at this point for me. Again, can expect a pullback from here, but it's a risk-free trade for me now. I cannot lose any more money on this. 20 pips up, and the TP is coming up. That's the TP here, guys. That's the second trade. Again, another winning trade now. I'm going to let this run at least up to 1800 now. And might look to scale in with another position. There we go. Did tell you guys with NYSE, we're going to see the next leg back up. Make sure you guys drop a like. 2 trades given out today, both winning trades. Amazing session once again. As I said, we can expect hundreds and hundreds of pips. So I'm going to look to even scale in a little bit more now. This is my runner running at this point. Secure 90% at 1-to-1. The runner is going to give me at least 100 pips. That's for sure. I'm going to put in my runner on, like literally, I'm going to pay 100 pips my runner. It's going to give me 100 pips. Watch. I'm telling you guys, 100 pips are coming up. If this runner survives, I'm going to get 100 pips. Correction is required in the markets. And that's 100 pips runner, guys. There we go. 29 pips up. Make sure you guys drop a like on the stream, guys. Look, we do this every single day with transparency, man. No one does this. 30 plus pips up. See what happens when you guys are so patient. Understand price action, understand the advanced concepts of trading. This is a very profitable field to be in. I might look to scale in now. Look, first trade was BE, second trade a winning trade, all done with risk management, patience. 2 trades taken with accuracy, precision, and almost 40 pips up, guys. 100 pips are coming up. Let's go, bro. I'm telling you guys, look at that. 37 pips. 37 pips. My 100 pips runner is gonna get hit today. Watch, guys. My 100 pips runner is going to get hit today. Oh, rocket ship of a candle. Look at this beast. Told you guys this is gonna come up. Wow. What a beauty. What a beauty. Did tell you. So now this is going to become the potentially pullback area now. From here, we can expect some sort of a pullback, but we start trading above this level now. We're just going to see this rocket ship all the way to the top side. Honestly, all the way to the top side. There we go. So expecting some sort of pullbacks from here now. But yeah, make sure you guys do secure some more profits up there as well if you have the positions running. But for me, pretty much, either I'm going to let this run up to 100 pips, or I'm just gonna let it go to break even. I'm secure 90% of my positions. This is just my 10% of my position, right? My partial position. Now, how can we also scale in? Because I might look to scale in with another position if we start trading above 1795 now. So let's see. Because I still have another 25 minutes left before my session ends. So I can potentially scale in with another position now. Okay, we're tapping this 1793 level. I want to see us starting to trade above this level as well. Let's look at your 30-minute candle at this point. See, tapped into this resistance level now. We start breaking above this, we're going all the way to the top side, guys. Do you know what? Let's see if we can look to scale in soon. Let's just see how it starts to play around this level now. We start holding above this level now. I want to see us starting to hold above 1793 at this point. Then can see that massive push to the top side as well. Honestly, can do that. This is a new 5-minute open as well. Let's look at the wicks. It does not even have upper. Oh, does not even have an upper wick at this point. Yeah, I'm expecting the push up, to be honest now. Let's see how this minute candle closes. Might honestly see that massive push to the top side. Us just starting to clear everything. Let's wait though. I want to see a little bit more. Gold starting to pull back a little bit more, at least down to like 1791. But let's just see how it forms up. Because we start breaking above these minute highs now, we're gonna start pushing back up now. Ooh, there we go. Guys, you know what? I might be looking for another position here. If we start breaking above these, I might be looking for another position, honestly. I'm gonna first, yeah, another push to the top side. I'm gonna take another position, scale in a little bit more, and see how it plays out. And make a risk-free, right? And another push. All right, you know what? I'm gonna take a 1% on this. I've got one more position running now. As soon as it starts breaking above this, I'm gonna make the second position risk-free as well. It's a tiny position as well. So let's see how it plays out. I'm gonna make a stop loss at entry as soon as we start breaking above this. Until then, I'm gonna let it pull back a little bit more. But as soon as we start clearing these highs, I'm gonna make the second position risk-free as well. So let me just see how I can manage this. Got another position here now. We should start clearing above this, and my second position is at 1% risk, and the TP is here. As soon as we start clearing this, I'm just gonna make this risk-free now. The second position is a risk-free position. Oh, actually, that's too tight. That's way too tight. Hold up. That's way too tight. Let's not do that. Let's take some risk on this position. That's way too tight. Because I wanted to pull down a little bit more. Let's just see how I can manage this. Because this is a pullback area now. As soon as we start breaking above this, we're going to see a rocket ship of a candle to the top side. I'm telling you guys. It's going to start to rocket ship as soon as we see that massive push to the top side. And we always scale in when it comes to a losing position. Why not scale in to a winning position as well, right? It makes a lot of sense. And there we go. It's pushing up, guys. Another 2 minutes left. Hopefully with the next 2 minutes, we're going to see that rocket ship of a candle. And there we go. Another push to the top side. It needs to start clearing this 1796. I'm going to look to make it risk-free. So I'm just looking to manage this. Just give me a second. Oh boy, Goldilocks. Let's start pushing up now. A little bit more. Tiny position at this point now. Risking some of the profits that I've made for the day. So let's see what happens. How many minutes we got? Another minute left. Hopefully with the next minute open, we can see the massive push to the top side. Massive push to the top side with the next minute open. That's what I'm expecting now. Next minute open should give us the third leg up. And we need to start coming up to at least 1800. I can see 1800 being tapped. And my 100 pips TP will get hit as well after that. Let's see. I'm going to look to start putting my, I'm going to start trailing my TP as well. This is the new 5-minute open. This should start clearing these highs. It needs to push down a little bit more. And then from there, just start pushing back up. But this is your 5-minute open now. At this point, we're going up on gold. Gold is not going to come down pretty much. Unless we start coming back in this range. And start breaking below these 5-minute lows. We should be good to go up. Very easily. Very easily. This is the 5-minute open now. It should start to rocket ship all the way to the top side. And start clearing these highs, and then we're going to form the next leg up and start pushing back up. So with 0.5% risk position running up here as well, the second position, just risking some of the profits that I've made now. And if this plays out, it's going to be a beautiful trade. And this one I'm holding as well, by the way. I'm not securing this at 1-1 either. I'm holding this at least for 1-2, the second position that I've got running. Because as I said, 1798 is getting hit for sure. So let's see how it plays out. 1798 is being hit for sure, for sure. Let's just see how much it wants to pull back though. From here, I'm expecting these highs to get broken and us to start pushing all the way back up, honestly. Let's see how it starts to play out. What is your stop loss? Stop loss is at break even for the first position. Second position just down here is a tiny position, quick in and out sell position, not looking to hold a big position now because I'm just risking some of the profits that I've made. So with this sort of like setup, all you're doing is scaling in, right, with some of the positions. So technically it's the same trade, but you're just adding some more risk to the table after making your first trade risk free. But you don't want to add in obviously 1% risk, just a little bit lower than 1%. So this one's got about 0.4, 0.5% running. So if this plays out, I'm going to let this run up to 1798. That's my target. But I do want to see the next 3 minutes give us that push up. The next 3 minutes, the new 15-minute open is going to give us that push up, hopefully. Straight to the TP, straight to the TP. Look at the way we're just respecting 1793 now. And hopefully with the next 3 minutes, the new 15-minute open is going to give us that next leg back up and it's going to rocket ship all the way up. And I'm expecting 100 pips to the top side today. As I said, correction is required. We're going to push up, that's for sure. We are going to push up. It's going to form that next leg back up. And soon I'll make the second position risk-free as well. I'll show you guys when I do that. My stop loss is really tiny, just below this as well. It doesn't make sense for us to start clearing these lows, by the way. The sort of momentum we have in the markets, if we clear these lows, I'm going to take that position out. So I'll show you the stop loss for the second position. It's literally just down here. It's about 0.5% running on this position. 2.43 lots, as you guys can see. I'm going to take it out at 41 pips. So it's a 1-2 position now. 1-2 R2R on this position. At 1-1, which is about 20 pips, I'm going to make it risk-free. I'm not going to secure anything because it's just 0.5% risk, but at 1-2, which is very doable. Just going to let this run now. Let it do its thing, basically. It's going to start to skyrocket in the next 2 minutes, hopefully expecting us to start breaking above this level. This is that pullback level as well, so we do need to start clearing above this now. There we go. Guys, let me just quickly manage this. I'll show you my MetaTrader 4 as well, but right now I need to see the full screen. I can't look at the half sort of like split screen because I need to manage my positions. If I do see opportunity, might scale in with just a little bit more risk. Otherwise, gonna call it a session here. In the next minute, let's see what happens. Expecting a rocket ship of a candle all the way to the top side in the next minute. Either that, but we start trading below this, just gonna take this position out. Call it a day. Profitable day, right? Don't wanna end up taking another position and, you know, coming back to drawdown. Right now, either way, I will have a profitable day. So let's just see what happens. Another minute left now. With the next minute open, want to see a little bit of a pullback. From there, explosive candle all the way back up now. This minute candle needs to start pulling back a little bit. Just make that bump wick and then straight shoot back up. Straight back up. Start pulling down a little bit to 1793.11-ish area. And now it needs to start shooting all the way up. This candle needs to start engulfing everything to the left now. And start breaking these highs, and that's going to be the next leg up now. We should start forming up the next leg up. We have the upper wick as well as the bottom wick now. $1792.89 should be respected. But if we don't form the next leg up now, we're going to probably start to consolidate a little bit more, pull back, and then maybe go back up later on. But I really do want to see the next leg up now, then my TP can get hit. Otherwise, might just have to hold this position basically. It's forming the bottom wick now at this point. There we go, starting to come back to 1792.20. From here now, expecting a rejection. You got to understand it's got formed some sort of a deeper bottom wick. It is a 15-minute open as well. And from there, you do want to see these highs being broken. As soon as it starts breaking its own highs, it's going straight up now. After forming a sustainable bottom wick, it has a sustainable bottom wick now. So you do want it to start pushing up now. Otherwise, it's going to start pulling back. And yeah, then I'm just going to call it a session, to be honest. I'll let the runner play out and let the other position play out as well. But I do want it to start breaking its own highs now and form the next leg back up. Because this is when you should have more momentum in the markets, and we should really see at least 100 pips to the top side. Because if a sell-off starts to play out now, I'm just going to call it a be out. From here, I'm really expecting a buy position to start playing out. These buy positions to really play out nicely. 100 pips to the top side. I want to see that today for sure. This is it. Engulfing bullish candle should be coming up now. If it starts pushing down a little bit more, let's see. Okay, there we go now. Again, look, this area still is holding. You guys gotta understand what's gonna happen is, right, now we're gonna start engulfing everything to the left, start clearing these highs, and this is gonna give us that third leg up, and I'm gonna see 100 pips to the top side, most definitely. It needs to start engulfing everything to the left. 15-minute highs are gonna get violated as well. It's gonna start breaking its own highs. This is gonna be that engulfing candle, and we're gonna start pushing up now. This is the next leg up, and we need to just start breaking out of this consolidation. Don't want to see any sort of rejections from up here now. We start breaking below these lows, I might just take out my runner as well. Let's just see. Both positions are back in. Both positions are in profits now. I want to see us breaking out this consolidation, make that next leg up, and we start trading above this. Then we're coming up to 1800 without a doubt. 1800 is gonna get hit. But until then, might just see some sort of consolidation, maybe a leg down, and then later on leg up with a new hour coming up soon. Let's see what happens. There we go. Do not want to see these lows over here being broken though. Do you not want to see these lows over here being broken? That's a sustainable bottom wick done now. From here, we just need to start shooting up now, make that next leg up, new high, and then go straight to our TPs. Do not want to see these lows here being broken now. From here, I want to see a rocket ship of a candle all the way to the top side. I want to see these highs being broken now. We should be coming up soon. In the next 2 minutes. In the next 2 minutes, we should be clearing these highs, going all the way up to at least 1798. I want to see 1798 being hit. 1798, I'm going to take on my second position at 122. Actually, is way more than 122, is it not? Yeah, it's about roughly about 122. Okay, coming back up to the top side of the consolidation. As soon as we start clearing this, we're going to see some sort of a push to the top side. But from here, we can see a reversal as well. If we do start to see momentum kicking to the downside from up here and start clearing these lows, I'm going to call it a session at that point. But I think we should start clearing these highs now. This should be the next leg up. Should start pushing back up. There we go. And these are the highs about to get cleared at this point now. Both positions are in profits. I'm up about 40 pips. Need to start clearing these highs now. We're going to make that next leg up. Just need a little bit more momentum to kick in now. So hopefully in the next minute, the new 5-minute open is going to give us that next push up. And with the next push up, we got clean traffic as well, guys. Clean traffic at least up to like 1798. You guys are going to see it's going to spike up to like 1798. We start clearing these highs. Otherwise, we're going to consolidate, maybe make another leg down and then push up later on. Or might even see a sell-off playing out later. So I really wanted to do it now. There we go. This is the new 5-minute open now. I wanted to start breaking all of these highs and give us that move up to like 1798. I want to see these highs being broken with this new 5-minute open now. This is it. It needs to start spiking up. There we go. 1795 needs to get cleared now. 1795.07 needs to get cleared now with this 5-minute open, and we're going to see a nice spike up candle. This is going to be that rocket ship of a candle. Let's go. 20 pip candle coming up. 20 pip candle coming up now. Let's go. As soon as we break above 1795.07, this is going to rocket ship. But it needs to break above that for sure first. There we go. It's attempting to break above now. There we go. There we go. There we go. 20 pip candle coming up soon. As soon as we start clearing these highs, we're going to rocket ship all the way to the top side, guys. All the way to the top shot. There we go. I can't even talk anymore, man. This is coming up. There we go. We're forming the new leg up now. This is the third leg up now. Standard uptrend. High highs, high lows. Pullbacks, high highs, high lows. We just need to start pushing up now. 1795.07 still needs to get cleared. We should be getting cleared, hopefully, with this minute candle now. And this candle, as soon as it clears, we're going to see a nice. There we go. Let's go. Look at this spike up now. Now we're going to go straight up to 1798, hopefully, guys. We start trading above these levels. We're going up now. Sky's the limit now. As soon as we start closing above these levels, sky's the limit now. Sky's the limit. Honestly, sky's the limit. Second position up, 10 pips up as well at this point now. This candle do need to close above this though. I don't want to see us closing back below this range now. We need to start trading above these levels here now. And now the sky's the limit. Honestly, 1800 is coming up at this point. If we start trading above these levels. Until then, can still expect a pullback. Unless we start closing above these levels, we haven't formed a new leg up. So I want to see a nice clean close above. So this can just be retesting these structure lows to push back up. But really nice spike up once again. Looking good. So far, so good. See, it's still forming high highs, high lows. Let's just see what it does now. See, it's coming back into the consolidation now. Maybe now it wants to collect some more orders down here and then push back up. But honestly, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let these play out and see what happens. But again, look, the new leg up has been formed as well. I think it's just going to take its time now. Because look at the time as well. It's starting to get a bit... momentum starting to die out a little bit, but you guys can see it still is forming high highs, high lows. It's attempting to push up. Look, it's formed a high, it's forming that low. Now it should start breaking above this and then it's pushing back up. As soon as it starts breaking above this, my second trade is going BE as well. And yeah, at that point we're not coming down anymore. This is the pullback now, which is expected. Again, it needs to form a high, low, high, low, high, low. But we shouldn't break below 1792 now though. That's for sure. We should respect this level here. All to the... I don't know what you guys are saying in the chat, guys. I'm so focused on trading today, man. I'm really not reading the chat. Apologies. But yeah, guys, make sure you guys drop a like, guys. Can we hit 50 likes? My goal is 50 likes on the YouTube live stream. You guys see this. We do this with 100% transparency. Let's see if we can make that happen, guys. Like 50 likes on the YouTube live stream. We have about 41 likes, so 9 more likes to go. I think we can do that, guys. That'll be really appreciated. Thank you. So yeah, again, back into this consolidation now. I would say, guys, honestly, just call it a session now. If you have the runners running, the positions running, just leave them, let them do their thing. That's what I'm going to do now. Honestly, just let them run. But honestly, at this point, maybe the next 2 minutes going to spike down a little bit more and later push back up. But yeah, guys, thank you guys for tuning in once again. Just keep one thing in your mind. My TP is about 1800 for the run up. 1800, I'm expecting that to get hit if my runner does survive, basically. For the second position, secured some profits up here as well. Again, sort of like BE position. It was about 0.5% risk anyway, so it was a tiny position, no big deal. But again, profitable day, as you guys can see. First trade taken out at BE. Second trade straight to TP. Third trade took out some profits again now. Just gonna leave it, basically let it do its thing. More like an intraday sort of position now, swing position. And so guys, we'll be back again tomorrow. Tomorrow is such an exciting day. Oh, we're gonna kill it. Oh, we're gonna kill it tomorrow. So make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, turn the notifications on, so as soon as we are live, you guys get the notifications. And thank you guys for tuning in today. We'll catch you with you guys tomorrow. Peace. Take care. Bye bye. Make sure you guys follow me on Insta, because I'm gonna be updating you guys about the positions on Insta. Okay? Peace. Bye bye.